I don't know, where do I go from here? I'm gonna be real about it. I have no idea. I know there's people that are divided right now, that thought this show was great, this was awesome, Impact Wrestling delivered, and then there's people that feel like, what the fuck, how dare they have Tessa and Sami main event? And then you have people like me who see it for what it's worth. This was Impact Wrestling dick riding the trends that you see on the independent wrestling scene. And if you do not see that, then you are dumb as shit. Flat out. I guarantee you that I'm one of the few podcasters that will be saying that in their respective review. It's obvious. Obvious as fuck tonight, Impact Wrestling, what they did with Tessa Blanchard and Sami Callihan, they dick ride the trend on independent wrestling. What is the trend? Oh, intergender wrestling. That's what it was. And shame on you dorks if you don't see it in that way. Anyway, what up you dorks? It's Steve. I'm back with a new video. I'm live again here on the YouTube channel. This is your Impact Wrestling Slammiversary 2019 pay-per-view review and recap. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Give the stream a big old thumbs up and share it through social media, wherever you guys share videos and stuff like that. As always, guys, I am that dork slayer. I am that dude. I am that motherfucker that you all call Steve. That's right. I want to hear your thoughts, though. Your guys' thoughts on Slammiversary. Did you like the show? Did you not like the show? What's your feeling towards what you saw tonight on pay-per-view? If you are one of these people, and if I can find it right here, because I'm pretty sure I can find it. God damn it, I'm pretty sure I can find the damn thing here. 1 second here. No, I can't find it. But if you're one of those people that actually try to order it through, I want it through through Impact Plus, I feel sorry for you, because apparently people who ordered through Impact Plus were not able to watch the show on Impact Plus, which I found very, very weird. Like, wait a minute, what? Yes, you heard it there, folks. You heard it right there. You heard it right there, like I just said. Apparently, Impact Wrestling, for a while, was promoting this. Order the show through Impact Plus for $39.95, and you can watch the show through Impact Plus. That was everyone's belief. And there's people that actually ordered it through Impact Plus to find out that you could not watch it through Impact Plus, which made zero fucking sense. So it was bad enough that Impact Wrestling was charging people fucking money, more money, to watch the show on their streamings on their app, right? What they charge, like, what, $7.99 a month just to not show the event, which was fucking stupid. And again, listen, you may think that I'm here to shit on Impact and I'm crapping on them and whatever, but I'm really not. That's really not my intent. That really isn't my intent to come on here and crap on Impact, because I thought there's stuff that they did that I actually enjoyed. I thought the show overall, with their decision of having the main event be what it was, I give it a pass. But like I said before, you know, to me, let me put my cam on, by the way. There I am on camera. Yay! 1 second, dorks. 1 fucking second, alright? Just keep that in mind, alright? As I'm going through this fucking review. See, here's my take overall, okay? I think intergender wrestling works all the fuck you want. You know, it can main event your mom and pop independent wrestling fed. Have it main event your anniversary show, in this case, your Impact Wrestling. No. Not saying it was a bad match for what they did, which I'm going to get into momentarily, but again, thank you for tuning in. I want to take this time before I go any further and thank the homie himself, Salrex, for this awesome video overlay that you see for this review. If you are a YouTuber or if you're a podcaster and you want awesome graphics and logos and overlays done like you see right here for this review, hit up the homie Salrex on Twitter at SRXGFX. Not only does he do graphic design for me, but also for JD from NY206, The Solid Monster, House of Glory, Big Mike, and myself. So we are blessed to have Salrex on our team, who I think is the best graphic designer in the entire internet wrestling community. If you want to show the podcast some love throughout this review, I have the Streamlabs enabled. If you want to leave a donation of some sort, links in the description. It's completely optional. Keep that in mind. Streamlabs.com/HeelSteven. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts on the show. If you enjoyed Slammiversary or not, I welcome your fucking feedback. So, the show, I thought overall, the venue itself, it felt like they took a restaurant or some random bar and tried to make it into a wrestling venue. And granted, they've done that for a while. Like, I know when they go to Melrose Ballroom, they make it work, right? Whenever they go to New York, they go to the Melrose Ballroom, they make it work. Whenever they go to, like, I don't know, the Rebel Auditorium in Canada or in Toronto, it's a nightclub, but they turn it into a wrestling venue. And 9 times out of 10, it doesn't look that bad at all. Here, on the other hand, I feel like it looked very hokey. The venue, that is. Apparently, there are people that were standing and shit like that. And again, turning a restaurant or a bar or whatever the fuck it was into a venue for wrestling, it will work not every single time. That is my point of view of it, okay? But overall, the show, like I said, was a passable grade. We kicked things off here because fuck it, why the fuck not? With a nice little video package of hyping up the event, of, you know, just talking about the tradition of Slammiversary, the past, the present, the future. And I've always said, to me, Slammiversary always felt like the WrestleMania of Impact. That's like their biggest show of the year. For some people, it's Bound for Glory, which, by the way, it will be returning in October. I think October 26th in Chicago. They made that announcement. It's fine. But I felt like, again, overall, the video package was great to hype up the show. We kicked things off with your typical Impact fashion. I think this is like the third pay-per-view they're kicking this shit off with a fucking fatal 4-way. You literally had Willie Mack versus TJP versus Trey from the Rascals and Jay Chris of OVE. Literally, oh, here it is. It's a fatal 4-way to get people on the show who we have not built up. They're going to have a match for no fucking reason whatsoever, where they're going to do their spots and people are going to lose their shit. Because, again, that's Impact Wrestling for you. Let's have a match for no fucking reason on the pay-per-view just to add time and just to get guys on the show. And that's what this basically was. Because I asked this question, what build was for this match? It was impromptu, which I kind of hate even when WWE does it too. I hate when they do that. I'm just be real about that as well. Okay, so don't think, oh, I'm just picking on Impact, because I'm not. The match for what it was, again, they fought for no reason. It was, again, a way to get the fans rallied up, what have you. Everyone did their usual stuff here. Got a lot in your falls, all the fuck you want. But when it was all said and done, Willie Mack picked up the W. And yeah, my question is now, what does he get out of this? Is he going to get a shot at the Activision title on Impact Wrestling? Is he going to challenge the fucking world champion or something? Like, we don't fucking know. What is the prize? What is the fucking prize of him winning this match? That's what I want to fucking know. Guys, give me your thoughts on that. What is the prize for Willie Mack for winning this match? What is the fucking prize? I seriously want to fucking know. Did I hear myself too? Yeah, I'm coming out great. Awesome. But I'm curious to fucking know, guys. What is the fucking prize for him winning this match? Are they going to give him a fucking raise? Are they going to give him life insurance? I don't fucking know. Whatever. We then get a triple threat, a three-way tag team championship match. I talked about this earlier on this week's edition of Around the Point. I talked about the fact that they did a tweak to the match. Originally, it was supposed to be the Rascals of Dez and Wentz versus LAX, who were then the tag team champions. But apparently, last night at like an Impact Plus special show, whatever, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander of the North became the tag team champions. So they went into this show as the champions. It became a triple threat. I talked about that earlier on Around the Point. And before the match, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander cut a promo talking about how, again, they knew they were going to be tag team champions, how they are arguably the best tag team right now, and how it's all said and done, they're going to walk out tag team champions. Right? I thought the match, for what it was a very entertaining match. I thought all the guys here did their thing. Dez did this dive. He ran from the stage. I'm going to say this too. I hate the stage that connects the ring to the entrance. I just hate it. It looks very old, hacky, whatever. But, hey, they made it work for what it was. Dez, he ran and landed in the ring, did a dive, whatever. Got a good reaction. There's a moment in this match where I want to say Santana fucked up his leg. So there's a moment in the match where Conan's out on the outside of the ring, who, by the way, he's back as well, I guess. He's returned to check up on Santana. And Ortiz in the ring by himself. He's in the ring by himself. The North come in, and they do this move. And I thought it was over, but they got like a near fall out of it. But I thought it was over. And then the Rascals got involved too. But eventually, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander picked up the W. They pinned Ortiz, was just lying there again. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. To me, I feel like Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, they're a good tag team. I'm enjoying what they're doing. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. They remind me of a throwback of Team Canada. And I'm not sure how you guys feel about that. Again, guys, I welcome your feedback on that. What do you guys think about that? Do they remind you in any way of a throwback to a Team Canada of whatnot? I really would welcome your feedback on that, if you will. Okay? But yeah, there's that. Okay, they won. Who are they going to challenge now? Who will challenge them next? That's the question going after this event. We then get the first blood match. The first blood match between Eddie Edwards and Killer Kross. I thought this match, for what it was a very brutal match. Your traditional hardcore match, if you will. And the story is basically, hey, Sami Callihan, goddamn. Killer Kross killed Kenny. He fucking killed Kenny. Eddie Edwards' kendo stick. That's basically what the build up to this whole match. After that, of course, you added in the Sandman and Killer Kross, like, I guess, tied up the Sandman, or he tricked Eddie that he did that, what have you. And they show clips of Eddie going to church trying to confess his sins, and you see Killer Kross as well. So I appreciate the fact that they put effort into building that video package, building up the feud, if you will, for whatever it was worth. And the match, for what it was a very brutal match. These two guys fighting on the outside, hitting these stiff shots, what have you. There's a moment like near the end of the match where Eddie Edwards, he has Killer Kross on his knees, and he has Kenny in his hands. And you think, okay, poetic justice, he's gonna hit he's gonna hit Killer Kross with Kenny, but instead he breaks it in half and puts like the fucking points, if you will, the edges, if you will, of the kendo stick into Killer Kross's mouth. So you see Killer Cross bleeding from the mouth. It looks very gruesome, looks very sick. But again, for a hardcore barbaric match, for Impact standards, that's what it was. Now, there's talks of Killer Cross wanting out of his deal. Does that mean that, hey, he's going to be leaving? Does that mean that, hey, will he be staying? I think honestly he's on his way out of Impact Wrestling, if you ask me. But guys, give me your thoughts on that. Do you guys think that Killer Cross is on his way out? Where does Eddie go from here? Because here's my thing too with Impact. This is my knock too, and I know I'm not the only one that feels this way too. Because even Chase said this as well a long time ago. The problem with these pay-per-views, that a pay-per-view is meant to be the payoff, if you will. And usually with Impact is used to hype up matches for Impact. But I thought this match was fine for what it was, and there you go. Keep this in mind. I'm not really big on first blood matches. I'm really not. Keep that in mind. We then had what I thought was the weakest match on the show. Moose and Rob Van Dam. I thought this match kind of sucked. I really wasn't big into it. Yeah, it's Rob Van Dam. He's a legend. All the fuck you want. He looked old as shit in there. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be the one to say it. Dude looked old as shit. I thought the right guy won, to be fair, being Moose. I literally thought for a second, because again, it's TNA or Impact Wrestling. If they want to go vintage here, let's put over the old guy, if you will. But no, that didn't happen. Rob Van Dam did a Van Daminator on Moose with the steel chair. He went for a frog splash and landed right on the chair. Then Moose hit the jackhammer spear to beat Rob Van Dam. I felt like Moose at this point should be challenging for the world title. Or in the mix, if you will. Not being placed in these silly programs. The same way for Killer Cross. I feel like Killer Cross by now should be challenging for the world championship. So he should be in that mix too. That is, again, if he's leaving, then it is what it is. We then had the Fatal 4-Way Monsters Ball match for the Knockouts Championship. We had Taya Valkyrie defending her championship versus Rosemary, Su Yung, and Jessica Havoc. I thought this match, for what they were trying to do, I didn't like hate it or anything like that. I thought it was okay. I felt like, yeah, the right weapons were used. Yeah, James Mitchell there. He got misted by Su Yung. They used thumbtack. There was a ladder. There was a table spot. There's a moment in the match where I think Taya Valkyrie did like I want to say like a modified twist of fate, if you will, or a Russian leg sweep. I want to say it was to Rosemary onto the announcer, like to the table that was set outside the ring. There's a moment too I thought was very sick, where Su Yung got tombstoned, her pile driver. She got tombstoned by Jessica Havoc while there were thumbtacks on the like literally on the canvas, if you will, and she lands head first. Keep this in mind too. There's a moment too where Taya like made Rosemary she's just stepped on Rosemary's head and the thumbtacks too. Just keep that in mind as well. But I thought the Jessica Havoc spot onto Su Yung with the tombstone on the thumbtack was kind of like, oh god, okay. And then after that, Taya got in and stole the pin, and Taya retained her championship. And there you go with that. Now my question is, again, where do you go from here? Who do you have Taya defend her title next? I mean, you could do, I guess, Jessica Havoc. Or, I don't know, Rosemary. And I'm going to say this too. I don't mean to be a dick when I say this too, but Rosemary looks like she let herself go a little bit. And again, I don't want to come off like I'm body shaming, because I'm not trying to do that. People say, oh, but look at you, bro. You're like a fat fuck. And I know that shit. No fucking shit. But goddamn, Rosemary really looked like, I don't know, bro. I have no fucking clue. We then had Rich Swann defending the X Division Championship against Johnny Impact, who was accompanied by Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo was the former referee who, I guess, turned on the company by aligning himself with Johnny Impact and Taya Valkyrie. I thought this was probably, believe it or not, one of the best matches on the show. I thought one of the best matches, hands down, one of the best matches on the show. All the fuck you want. A lot of good near falls here, a lot of good back and forth. Johnny Bravo got involved in moments too. Like he threw some of the thumbtacks into the ring that was cleaned out. They try to, I guess, use the championship, what have you. What I found funny, it is my only critique, if you will, had nothing to do with the match, but with the commentary. Josh Matthews tells people, to all you people out there that do like your list of the best matches of the year, if you don't put this match, then you have a problem. I hate that type of I just hate that. I just do. Cause here's the thing about it. Granted, we're at the halfway point of the year, and you know for a fact there's better matches than this. There has been, when you think about it. But nonetheless, could this be up there? Absolutely. But I thought, again, they had a very good match. The match ends with Rich Swann hitting the 450. I want to say off the top rope on the Johnny Impact to retain his championship. Now, again, there's been talks of Johnny Impact wanting out too with Taya Valkyrie, and I guess also with Killer Cross, even like Brian Cage. But again, I haven't really heard much into that. But there was that. We then get to the world title match, which I thought should have been the main event of the show. I thought this should have closed the show in my honest fucking opinion. Brian Cage defending versus Michael Elgin. And here's the thing about it. They had a very good back and forth stiff match. It really looked like these two guys would not to beat the holy fuck out of each other. Brian Cage was selling his back, his spine again. You had Elgin hitting all these big shots on him, what have you. There's a moment in the match where I guess Elgin went for a super kick and then Cage countered into his own super kick. There's a moment in the match too where Cage did like a fucking like super like he did a catapult off the middle rope to a DDT, very lucha libre style, if you will. Again, do I think he needs to do that? No, but I get it. Hey, he's the fucking machine, so I guess it fucking works, what have you. And again, I literally thought in this match that Elgin was going to win. Cause the way they were going with this, Michael Elgin was going to win. Hit the fucking, like, the Elgin bomb, the buckle bomb, started slapping the fuck out of Brian Cage. And you thought, again, if you watch a Michael Elgin match in Ring of Honor, when he does that spinning back slap and then goes to the buckle bomb and the Elgin bomb, it's over. It's done. And Cage kicked out. And it looked like, again, he was going to go for it again. He about to hit the Elgin bomb, and then Cage counters it and just sits down and gets the 1, 2, 3. So basically, Brian Cage escapes with the win and with the championship. And at the end of it, you see Michael Elgin trying to grab the championship. And Don Callis telling him to let it go. You lost, what have you. And you see Michael Elgin trying to attack Don Callis. And it looked like he was about to do it. And then out comes a guy in a fucking mask. This is like vintage TNA here. I swear to fucking God, yo. They're the type of shit you would have seen in Impact in 2013. I swear to fucking God. Fucking Rhino. In a mask. And you could tell it was him. The way he got in the ring, he stood in the corner and positioned himself for the gore. And the way he would taunt his opponent, you knew it was Rhino. And he wore a mask. Apparently, Rhino is still under contract to WWE. Yes. For like 10 more days. I get the feeling someone's about to be in trouble. Hence why he was under a mask. You could tell that Josh Matthews, who by the way, fucking fucked up his voice during the show, which was goddamn what a shame, bro. Really? You're killing your voice for TNA. Then again, it's not like any other company gonna fucking hire you, fucking dork. So it's whatever. But yeah, Rhino under a mask gores Michael Elgin and then leaves the venue. Hauls ass. But he's in a mask. But you knew it was him. You knew it was him. And he's under contract still to WWE. So this should be very fucking interesting when you think about it. I'm intrigued to see what the fuck is gonna happen. I'm telling you right now. It's gonna be very, very intriguing. It really, really is. But that was that. Then we get the fucking main event. They mentioned this was the main event. They told you guys this was going to be the main event of the evening, early on in the show. Sami Callihan versus Tessa Blanchard. Intergender wrestling. They've been hyping this up for weeks on Impact, what have you. And here's the thing, and I said this early on in the review. You know, intergender wrestling can main event your mom and pop indie fed. No problem. That's fine. Because it's the trend. It's the trend now in indie wrestling. If it's not the death matches, if it's not the silly Joey Ryan grab my dick bullshit, if it's not any of the I don't know, whatever the fuck Priscilla Kelly's doing with the fucking tampon or shit like that, it's intergender wrestling. That's the trend now, right? Especially at a time where we're on this women's revolution, what the fuck you want to call it. Now and again, the big thing is that, hey, a woman hanging in there with a man in the ring. In Impact, being the dick riders here, wanted to ride that wave, if you will, and get with the trends and shit. And being that Impact, when you think about it, is a upscaled indie fed, essentially here, they did it. Fuck it, let's have this main event, let's be trendy, let's get people talking, and good on them. They did that. They got people talking. However, Rule 101 in pro wrestling, I don't give a shit who you are. You do not have your world champion play second fiddle. The world championship always main events. I don't give a fuck who you are. What company you are, whether you're WWE, whether you're Impact, whether you're Ring of Honor, whether you're New Japan, whether you're AEW, once they crown their first world champion, whatever, at All Out. Even MLW, your world champion always closes the show. But again, they couldn't help themselves. They wanted to be the trending thing, get people talking. Jim Cornette, I'm pretty sure, will have a fucking heart attack tomorrow in his review. Whenever the fuck he reviews this shit. And listen, was the match bad? No. The match wasn't bad. The match went according to plan. Let's have Tessa get her moments in, get her spots in. She went for a suicide dive outside the ring. Sami catches her and just swings her into the barricade. And then there's like a power bomb on the apron. Just a back and forth match. Just a crazy back and forth. Just seeing Tessa scream after every bump, I cringe. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Just seeing that again, I just fucking cringed. I really, really, really did. And again, there's moments where, again, they had you thinking that, oh my god, Tessa Blanchard's gonna win. She fucking she went for the crossface onto Sami Callihan. Also the fact that she went for Magnum, but she hit the crossface. It was all said and done. Sami goes for this, like, his modified package pile driver. Tessa gets a near fall. And then Sami goes for the Cactus Jack pile driver. It hits the 1, 2, 3. So Sami got the win. And you know what? I don't mean to be a dick when I say this shit, but I feel like the right person won here. Because there's been talks of, oh my god, they're putting the company on Tessa. They might as well put the world title on Tessa Blanchard. Which they probably still will do. Don't be surprised. I would not be surprised if they ever decide to crown a woman as their Impact World Champion. And again, it's their company. They could do what the fuck they want to do. But I feel like Sami winning made sense here. Now I think if you're Impact Wrestling, you have Sami go for the world title after this. Because at the end of the match, you think that, oh my god, Sami was about to attack Tessa. He grabs both his bat and her golden bat that she brought to the ring, and she hands her bat to Tessa and just walks away. And that's how they close the show. They don't give Tessa a standing ovation or anything where Tessa can, I guess be grateful or shit like that. Nothing like that. They just close the show like that. And that was Slammiversary. Again, I don't want to come off like I'm hating on the show. I get it. That will be the perception. Oh my God, you hated the show. It was great. All the fuck you want. And listen, they had some good stuff here. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not denying that. I felt like, again, where they delivered, they did. Everything else, I just felt like, eh. And that's your typical Impact pay-per-view. I'm not coming off like a hater by no means at all. I'm just being gorillas when I say this shit. And let's see what happens on Impact. Because, again, they have until October for the next pay-per-view. I look forward to seeing what the fuck they're going to do. I really, really do. But you know what? I want to leave it up to you guys. Guys, give me your thoughts on the show. Did you enjoy Slammiversary 2019? I welcome your feedback. If you have not yet checked out, I did do an early this morning. I went live early this morning with an installment of Around the Point. I talked about John Jones' win over Thiago Santos at UFC 239 and my thoughts on that show, and also my thoughts on G1 Climax 29, day one that went down literally last night in America in Dallas, Texas, which is funny too because Impact and New Japan were live in Dallas, Texas. WWE was live in Texas this past Monday, which was funny as hell when you think about it, right? So if you have not checked that out, it's up in the video archives. Go give it a listen, go give it a watch whenever you get a chance. I will be live tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw at the Prudential Center. If you're going to be there, feel free to say what's up to a dork. Feel free to say what's up to a motherflower. I'm just saying, alright? But before I wrap this up, I want to take this time to thank once again the homie Salrex for this awesome video overlay that you see for the review. If you are a YouTuber or a podcaster and you want awesome graphics and logos and overlays done for your YouTube channel, your podcast, or whatever the fuck it may be, hit him up on Twitter at SRXGFX and tell him that you want awesome graphics and overlays. Then not only does he does graphic work for me, but for JD from NY206, the Solid Monster. I'm pretty sure you guys know who both of them are. House of Glory, Big Mike, who's in the chat right now as we speak, and so many other people as well. Again, I think I speak for all those guys that we are blessed to have Salrex on our team. Arguably the best graphic designer in the entire internet wrestling community right now. And if you hit him up, tell him that I sent you, and all that fun stuff. All right, you can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, like it says there in the logo on the overlay there. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. And again, I welcome your feedback, your thoughts on the show, and all that fun stuff. And with that being said, my dorks, that's gonna wrap up for me. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all again. If you'll be at Raw tomorrow, let me know. You see me, say what's up, and all that fun stuff. And until next time, my dorks, hate, comment, and subscribe. I am Steve, and I am out like Janet's titties, y'all. Peace out, motherflowers.